pretty sure I said just moments ago in my description of last night's video that I was going to relax. And I started reading from Anthony De Mello again. I've read from this book to y'all before. My dear friend Rena gave this to me for my birthday in 2020. And I thought, I encouraged us last night to find some practices. I'd like to find one easy practice I could do every day that just sparks me to life. And if you know me, you know I get a little bored doing the same thing over and over. So this is what I grabbed today. I just shared with you, I didn't even finish the description from last night's video because I was having a coughing fit, and I was reminded in looking through my notes last night this morning, after I finished that video, I read over some notes from my recent trip with Miguel in the Maya lands, and one of the things he just threw out there, and all of his profound teachings he gives us over the years, he just said, relax. Don't do or say anything until after you've just relaxed. That hit me, and I thought, and I was kind of pushing to get that through. I've never learned how to pause these like I'd like to right now. So I'm just going to let it be what it always is, raw, unedited, a bit unscripted. And let's relax together for a minute before I do some reading, because I want to read to you. I did relax for a bit, like I said I would. Got some tea. And then felt this inspiration as I started reading. I did almost everything I do last night. I started meditating, and I was going to spend the last few minutes of 2025 in meditation, and y'all sprung to my heart and my mind, and I showed up on video because I wanted to spend it with you all. I love you. What can I say? And I love sharing. So pretty much anything that strikes me, whatever it is, I mean, even in the rougher moments, I want to share with you and be real and authentic and let you see my struggles, because I know you struggle too in this human experience. And you're not alone. And definitely in my mountaintop experiences, I want to bring you to the mountaintop and every place in between. The lowest to the highest of our moments. Into the depths of the underworld, Shabolba. To the heights of the cosmos, the infinite, the heavens, the universe. So all of these moments we share together here, I want to say in Middle Earth, it sounds like. Which series is that? The Hobbits. What does that look like to relax this morning? Throughout moments of your day, before doing or saying anything. Notice what's different. You may know an urge that you had, and if you had rushed forward, and most of the time we do, how that turned out. A word that comes to mind a lot lately, and something I'm going to read here in Anthony De Mello, he gives a story, and it's not an indictment. I think if you've learned nothing else about me, I'm not here to judge any of us. I'm here to learn how to unconditionally love myself. I already feel that for you. And so these are just observations or a raise in awareness, a level of consciousness. Find your own words again, like I always say, play around with it, see what feels good and right to you. What does it look like to relax? I'm kind of glad I haven't done this in a while. I noticed there was a time when I started this channel, I think I was sick again, and I wasn't feeling very attractive, and I would admit on camera quite often that I just point out what I was struggling with. And I got a little tired of hearing myself do that. And that said, notice when I relax my face, even when I'm doing some of the mantras, ooh, I don't really like what's happening. It doesn't look the same as this smiley face. But do it anyway. Close your eyes. You can't see me. You can't see yourself. Look away from the camera. And relax the muscles of your face. There's tension in my neck this morning. I am sad that I woke up with a symphony orchestra in my chest. That rumble, that rattle, it's still there. A lot of coughing, a lot of congestion, weakness in my lungs still. I'd rather that be different, but mostly I'm grateful. The sun is shining. I haven't taken down my tree yet. Might do that later today. I need to clean my windows. But the sun is shining. It's like in the 60s here in Arkansas. My kitty's asleep by the front door. Got the screen open. And I'm not in a state of depression like I usually am when I'm dealing with pneumonia or a serious illness. My mood is level, hopeful. So grateful for the time I just spent early in December with Miguel and my tribes people, my star sisters, brothers, cleansing at Aktun, the lessons at Edzna and Uxmal. You can see some of those videos. But not feeling great about how I am and wanting to get that video out from last night, wanting to get a description out there. Notice my shoulders were tense. So close your eyes with me. Soften your face if you can, the muscles of your face. You might do some jaw relaxing stretches. Put your tongue on the roof of your mouth and let your jaw drop slack. And then maybe let go of the tongue as well. Just let it float as relaxed as possible in your mouth. Scan from head to toe. And though in mindfulness we seek not to fix or change anything, but just to notice what we're experiencing from a level of neutrality, if not self-compassion or tenderness, softness. Let's go ahead in this moment to mindfully notice those pockets of tension. Notice the tightness in the neck, the skull, the jaw, the shoulders, hands or wrists, forearms, wherever you feel it, lower back. What would it take for you to relax it? Ease. Does the word spaciousness help? Can you warm up those pockets of tension? Can you allow for them without self-judgment, a simple noticing, a spaciousness to allow for an acceptance of all that you are in this moment? Need to rub a few spots. Can it be okay? Maybe you're sick like me, and you spent some moments relaxing and in gratitude and grateful for the sunshine and petting on your kitty and talking to your loved ones, and maybe you're excited and you want to share. Excitement may not feel like relaxation. And honor your body and its needs. If rest is what's needed, then rest. I've been resting for like 7 days straight. Anthony De Mello, Awareness. There's some great books out there. I've shared a few with you over the years and will continue to. The book is simply titled Awareness, the Perils and Opportunities of Reality. Remember the word indictment. I'm going to share a little story with you at the foreword. Foreword written by J. Francis Stroud from the De Mello Spirituality Center. I'm sure I've read that before and still didn't realize or remember there was a spirituality center around his teachings. Obviously, he was a spiritual teacher to many and still is through his books. Don't know what that word means to you, spirituality, how that resonates, but my invitation is to substitute any word you want. Take what you want from this video and leave the rest. And we're going to pause and keep today's video as relaxed as possible. Listen to the sounds around you. Notice the air in the room, temperature, how it feels on your skin. Got some fans for some movement. Tony De Mello, on an occasion among friends, was asked to say a few words about the nature of his work. He stood up, told a story which he repeated later in conferences and which you will recognize from his book, Song of the Bird. To my astonishment, he said this story applied to me. That must be J. Francis Stroud who is writing this forward. A man found an eagle's egg and put it in a nest of barnyard hen. The eaglet hatched with the brood of chicks and grew up with them. All his life, the eagle did what the barnyard chicks do, thinking he was a barnyard chicken. Makes sense, right? He scratched the earth for worms and insects. He clucked and he cackled. And he would thrash his wings and fly a few feet into the air. Years passed and the eagle grew very old. One day, he saw a magnificent bird above him in the cloudless sky. It glided in graceful majesty among the powerful wind currents with scarcely a beat of its strong golden wings. The old eagle looked up in awe. "Who's that?" he asked. "Well, that's the eagle, the king of the birds," said his neighbor. "He belongs to the sky. We belong to the earth. We're chickens." So the eagle lived and died a chicken, for that's what he thought he was. Let that land wherever it's going to land for you. Notice if there's any self-judgment, especially with the word chicken. If someone calls us a chicken, we don't think, "Oh, thank you." Carries a negative connotation. I was going to use my words, but I'm going to go ahead and say the same thing he did. Astonished at first, the man writing the foreword, J. Francis Stroud, At first, I felt downright insulted. Was he publicly likening me to a barnyard chicken? In a sense, yes, and also no. Insulting? Never. That wasn't Tony's way. I think you know that's not my way. It's not why I'm bringing this into our awareness. But he was telling me and these people that in his eyes, I was a golden eagle, unaware of the heights to which I could soar. This story made me understand the measure of the man, his genuine love and respect for people while always telling the truth. That was what his work was all about, waking people up to the reality of their greatness. I hope you've recognized that's the invitation of my YouTube channels, is to help point the way, to show you how I found my way, and to share the journey with you. This was Tony De Mello at his best, proclaiming the message of awareness, seeing the light we are to ourselves, seeing the light we are to ourselves and to others, recognizing we are better than we know. This book captures Tony in flight, doing just that, in live dialogue and interaction, touching on all the themes that enliven the hearts of those who listen. So last night, this morning, I encouraged us, just like at Unity of Little Rock, we do a white stone ceremony every new year. And we sit in meditation as a collective, and we wait for our individual word to drop in. What's our word for the year? And if you didn't watch the video from the end of 2025 into this morning, the wee hours, take a moment now. I'm going to drop in and see if my word changes. As I was writing the description for last night's video, the word relax came in. Don't do or say anything until you've taken a moment to relax. Soften my face again. And if I don't like how that looks on video, soften my heart. Open my mind. Relax. And while you're relaxing, see if a word drops in for you for this new year. Is there something you want more of? Something you want to create? Something you want to be? Or recognize that you already are? Air moving again. So my word was being, and it still is. When that word landed, I just felt being. And I felt this ripple of energy radiate out from me as I am being. Being. What's your word? Share it with me in the comments, please. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Y'all don't know. I'm not going to say that I'm ever going to stop making these videos because I do it for myself as much as anyone. But it encourages us. It can also discourage us when no one's commenting. I can have thousands of people review or view a video, and I might have 12 thumbs up. Shouldn't be important, but, you know, I notice. And maybe one person comments, and I think, wow, is important? Is this reaching anybody? Let me know. Let me know if this matters to you, if you want me to do anything more. And maybe you're shy. I don't know if you can give yourself if there's a way to leave your name off a comment, or, I don't know, be bold. Reach out to me. I'm bearing my soul to you every time I get on this. And that's easy for me. I recognize that. And I love doing it. I love sharing with you. Leave a comment. Let me know what your word for 2026 is. And so it's 2026. Claim relax if you need to. Join me in our state of being. Beingness. I'm not the lover or the loved. I am. You are the loving. All right, so reading on. I don't even think this is chapter 1, but on waking up. Anthony De Mello. Awareness. This is what prompted me to go ahead and do another video this morning while I was relaxing a moment ago. Well, I mean, I was relaxing. But listen to your body. When we practice mindfulness to get together, we talk about, in my description of yesterday's video, it wasn't an apology, but I was like, I repeat myself a lot in these, but I realize that's what my teachers do. I've been hearing some of the exact same things from Miguel for over 15 years. And I glean something new and different. It's like that layers of the onion, like I'm getting deeper and deeper each time. So hopefully that's true for you as well. In mindfulness, you can't do it wrong. There's no such thing as distractions. We're encouraged to follow our attention wherever it takes us. So just notice. Something grabs your attention, stop and give it your attention. Learn from that cue of physical sensation, a thought, a feeling. You know the drill if you've done those videos with me. If not, look them up. Mindfulness practices. I know there's a really good one on my previous channel, Laura Lynn, on mindfulness, meditation, and mantras. I don't know that I've done one on the new channel. I aming as LLD. Be a good one to do soon. On waking up. Spirituality. Again, that might be a word. May or may not resonate with you. You may not consider yourself one of the most spiritual creatures I've ever been around. Didn't consider herself to be very spiritual. I thought, interesting. She had the most loving heart I know, open-minded, cared about every thought, word, deed that she engaged in, whether it was good for her, good for humanity, good for Mother Earth. She did not see herself as spiritual. It's okay. She must have had a different concept or way of seeing it. So, spirituality, to Anthony De Mello, meant or means waking up. Spirituality means waking up. Most people, even though they don't know it, are asleep. I think I spent, you might be surprised to hear me say, I think it's been a lot of years early on in my life, sleepwalking through it. I think I was still having fun, or I thought I was having fun, and maybe practicing what I was taught. Not that there was anything wrong with it. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but this resonates with me. They're born asleep, and they live asleep. They marry in their sleep. They breed children in their sleep. They die in their sleep without ever waking up. Can you hear that? And if it feels like that's you right now, if it feels like it was you for the first 10, 20, 30 years of your life, the first 50 years of your life, can you hear it? not as an indictment, not as a indictment of your wrongness, your error in being, error, interesting, in being. Can we actually be in our being and not be aware? You get it. They never understand the loveliness and the beauty of this thing that we call human existence. God, can you imagine sleepwalking through your entire life and never understanding the loveliness and the beauty of everything around us, this beautiful planet we're on? The beauty, the loveliness. I mean, I know that being human can be, you can be very sick. I'm just getting over pneumonia again. I was sick like this 4 times in 2025. I could really beat myself up with that and think, what am I doing wrong? Oh, something's wrong with me. Something is wrong. My lungs are weak. I haven't known how to fix it yet. Somebody out there watching and listening, you may be a naturopath. You may know exactly. Feel free to reach out and let me know. Amy, my dear Earth Mother, for today, I just observe it, notice it. I'm aware. And I'm aware how hopeful I feel and how beautiful this day is and how lovely this human experience is. So maybe we understand that even more when we're sick. Sure, if I picked up that notebook over there of Miguel's teaching, there'd be somewhere in there that says, sometimes it's the hardship that's the portal to our awakening. You know, all mystics, you may not think of the religion you grew up with as mystical, or Christians, Catholics, non-Christians, no matter what their theology, no matter what their religion. Again, you may not think of, I didn't think of growing up with the mystics in the Christian church, but just listen if you wish. It's okay if you don't. Turn it off, go do something else. You know, all mystics, Catholic, Christian, non-Christian, no matter what their theology, no matter what their religion, are unanimous on one thing: that all is well. All is well. Even last night while I was hacking up a lung, maybe somewhat apologetic for that, but not really, because I just wanted to be with you no matter what state I was in. It may seem weird that I have a smile on my face, that there's serenity in my heart while I'm this sick, while I'm recovering from pneumonia yet again. That in the midst of that, I have profound, deep love for myself now. Y'all, I've worked hard. I'm not saying that, one of the things in 2026 is I'm ready for one of my words to be ease. It does not have to be this hard anymore. And I know I feel like I'm going to repeat myself here too, because I want to join you wherever you are. I know there is hardship. Human existence. Things don't always go the way we want. Our cars do break down. We don't always have as much money as we want. We don't get to take that trip we wanted, or our loved one dies, or our beloved pet of 18 years gets sick. I'm nursing my sweet Gray. That's not fun. It's not desired. Yet, in the hard work I've done to learn how to love myself unconditionally with gentleness, humor, love, and respect, in the midst of all that, I have landed at this place within me that I believe exists within all of us, whether you're conscious of it today or not, or the blueprint, where the divine exists within me. In the stillness. And in that state of my beingness with a capital B, my word for 2026, I know with a capital K, I can feel that all is well. And I promise you that's true whether it feels true to you right now or not. And the greatest thing you can do for yourself is love yourself as much as you can, as gently, as softly, as tenderly as you can, even if that doesn't appear true to you right now. Love, love, love yourself. I love you. I love you. I love you. Now, this is the parts that I read that made me want to read with you. When I got to the part about all is well, what I'm dealing with in my body, as I made the video last night and this morning as I sit with you. Actually, I think it's afternoon now. I let myself sleep in and rest. Relax. Relax. All is well. Though everything is a mess, though you might be sick, though you might be sad if you lost a loved one recently, maybe Christmas didn't go the way you wanted, maybe you didn't get to spend New Year's out with your friends. I sat in a musical with my baby daddy. I'm going to take time to explain that. Hugh Jackman, when I did some inner child work years ago, we needed to imagine, I guess I am going to explain it, an inner father parenting ourselves. And the face that came to mind after trying several others that didn't feel quite so good was Hugh Jackman. I had just seen Les Miserables, and he had taken in that orphan girl. So his is the face when I'm having a day date with Daddy inside. My little one doesn't want to perform 10-penny gypsy if she's feeling insecure, inadequate, sick, whatever. I'll leave her home with Daddy, or I tell her she can sit in the front row while Mommy performs and shares and sings shares her heart with y'all, her music. So we watched Song Sung Blue behind our masks, and I sat. One reason I probably have so much tension in my shoulders tonight. I sat for 2 hours trying really hard not to cough in public. A great movie. Kate Hudson, based on a true story. I don't know if they literally were called Thunder and Lightning, but a couple that found each other through the music, much like Justin and I found each other, and just lit up supporting one another to enhance one another, to add harmonies and encourage one another, inspire one another. And Kate's character, can't think of her name in the movie at the moment, but she said, I just want to sing. It's funny, I hesitate, she said, and I want to shine without ego. We give ego such a bad rap, y'all. Let's be a little gentler on ego this year. Where would we be without it? So says my psychiatrist friend, Jean Reed. I want to shine. I want my heart to be open, full of love, shiny and new, sharing with you. I want to sing. I want to share. I want to read. I want to teach mantras. Soon, I noticed last night in some of the fog that was there, I gave an invitation to y'all to reach out to me to comment. Please, please, please like my videos, comment, subscribe. Makes a difference. I want to do more and more of this in the new year. I want to finish my book, Handbook of Healing with Mayan Mantras, and bring it to you. And I want to start offering ceremony. I told you little by little, I'm going to start bringing some things out of the shadows that maybe I hid for a while. for fear of judgment from, or I don't want to make others uncomfortable. I don't want to make my family worried about me. I don't want anybody to be concerned about my soul, because it is well with my soul. I promise. Even if I'm using language that does not resonate with you, that sounds like it could be as far from my Christian upbringing as I could possibly get, I promise it is coming from the divine within me. All is well with my soul. So when I say that I'm a Mayan priestess who's been studying the Mayan culture, whose soul chose to be here now to bring back the wisdom of a people who knew how to resonate and vibrate at the level and the vibration of the cosmos, I hope it doesn't scare you. I hope it doesn't. If it makes you want to pray for me and my soul, go ahead. Prayer would never hurt me or anybody else. Feel free to pray for me. Do pray for me right now. Jesus. It was very, very real to me in my youth. Still is. Yay for me. Son of God. I am a daughter of God. You are a daughter or son of the Creator. Check in. Relax. Soften the muscles on your face. Check in with your body. It's funny, I was going to use the word strive. I want a new word. I'm going to allow. I invite myself right now, as often as possible in 2026, I am going to slow down and relax and allow myself to take a beat so that the next thing that I say or do comes from that relaxed, open-hearted, loving place. Relax if nothing else. I know every moment doesn't feel loving. Relax. Be. Just be. So what I was starting to share was, as I watched over last night's video again, because I really do get a lot from them. I don't let myself watch it before I post it, because I'd probably never post anything. I'd just see what's wrong with it, or you can imagine. I started to invite you to reach out to me to schedule a session. And I know there's some people right now that have been waiting for a while for me to get well so they can spend some time together. I'm an MSW, Master's in Social Work. I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I have a private mental health practice. So I meet with clients in counseling, mental health therapy. I teach reparenting, how to love ourselves with gentleness, humor, love, and respect. I'm a sound healer. I use my voice and other instruments. We are made up of so much water. The mantras from the Mayans and from others, from the culture in India and Sanskrit, and you name it. All the things and all the places. So home, I mention. I am. I simply exist. I have value simply because I exist. There's a good mantra for you for 2026. Are you willing to accept, even if right now it still doesn't feel true, are you willing to be open to the possibility that you have value simply because you exist? So hum. Sat Nam. I exist. I am. I'm going to start leading ceremonies someone was concerned about me, and I love leading full moon ceremonies. And they're like, why are you worshiping the moon? I'm like, I'm not worshiping the moon. And it's a creation, God, one of God's many creations. So if that helps for you to imagine, it's a good time to write down something you want to let go of and put it in the fire. Even write down something you want to invite more of in and put it in the fire and let those flames, that smoke, carry your prayers to the heavens. Maybe it's not that way for you anymore. Maybe it is this way. Maybe it's internal. As within, so without. As above, so below. I'm going to create a menu of the services that I'm ready to offer. I don't have to wait until the book's finished. Yeah, I'm excited to share the Handbook of Healing, Restoring Balance and Harmony. I can share it right now. I am sharing it. I've been sharing it on this channel. And previously on Laurelyn on mindfulness, meditation, mantras. Check them both out. I'm just going to keep saying that, keep reminding you. I didn't realize, so there was, last time I checked, over 90 videos on this. Feels like this is my new channel. I don't even think I've changed the invitation as I'm building a new channel. That could have been 2 years ago. So there could be over 100 now. Woo! Celebrate! That feels good. I'm proud of myself. And it's more than pride. It's a joy in my heart. I want to do what sparks joy. As I enjoy and understand at a greater and greater depth the loveliness and the beauty of this thing we call the human experience. So, hum. Did you know that humming activates the vagus nerve? Google it. Find out what the vagus nerve does and why humming activates it, and why that's a good thing if you can't already imagine why. Doesn't have to be a Mayan mantra. Mine doesn't resonate with you. It's okay. If hearing that I'm a Mayan priestess seems a little bizarre to you, a little woo-woo. I saw a little video on Facebook yesterday, and she said she was talking about energy and vibration to a friend, and the friend said, well, that's a little woo. She was like, wow, what about this life, this existence, this mystery isn't woo? She said, be woo. Well, she didn't say be woo. It was so cute. Go woo. Go woo. I don't know. So be woo. Woo you. Laughter still makes me cough. Good way to cough it out, huh? So hum, S-O-H-U-M. It's actually a mantra. I think it's Sanskrit. Words that we're familiar with, easy to remember. I am, I exist. But do it with me right now, just hum. Because again, if you remember nothing else, don't make it complicated. Let it be easy. Just be more tender with yourself. Develop a greater softness around yourself and all that you notice in your life. The way that you show up for yourself. Can you be softer, gentler, more loving, more respectful, more humorous? If you have no other word for, I think I've had in the white stone service, I'm going to remember all. Not surprised, one year it was sing. Last year was harmony. I am might have been one year. Can't remember, but what if your word this year is hum? And you spent, I mentioned and I noticed in my writings again, I asked myself the question, what's one step I could take toward establishing an easy morning ritual that sparked joy to my day? Humming. Humming would be it. Let that be your word for 2026. Hum. Relax your face again if you want. Remember the image I showed you last night? The word in Mayan. I noticed, if you're, you're a physician. I'm sorry right now. I'm forgetting the name of the person I met at the cold plunge last year in Hot Springs. There's certain people, have you noticed when you're around them, they just automatically raise your vibe. They just activate your joy, they amp it up. Or two or more are gathered. But Amy, I stuck out my tongue. Last night's video I noticed, and again today, probably looking at it going, I need to get a hold of her and do some work. Clearly my body needs it. That's all I've been doing this. I did eat some Activa with probiotics after taking my final antibiotic. Had some of my favorite Trader Joe's chai tea. Don't know what that is, but anyway, obviously it's distracting me for a minute. That is the symbol for word. The Mayans were very aware that we create with our word. The Bible says the word became flesh. Talk about creating with the word. We still create every day with our words. Can you not let that be an indictment? Can you become more and more aware of it with gentleness, with love in your heart? Taking a beat to relax before saying anything. Let's take that beat again together. Relaxing the body. Feeling the heart expand. Feeling the mind, the crown chakra open to more light. The golden light, the honeydew drops from heaven. Love from the infinite. And hum. And listen to your body humming right now. I can feel that vibration and it kind of irritates my throat a little bit, so. Last year, my goal was to keep my videos 10 minutes or less because not everybody wants to spend an hour together. Apparently, this year's a different story so far. I don't want to rush through anything. I don't want to put the pressure on myself to get to it and get through it. I trust that, again, you'll take what you need, like, want, resonates, and leave the rest. Pause, come back to it, or don't. Move on to the next video. Move on to some other teacher in your life. Somebody who helps reflect, mirror, direct you to the wisdom within you. I want to be your partner again this year and helping direct you to that internal voice within you, that place within you that knows you already have everything you need to be. You already are. There's nothing you need do that you're not already doing. A great non-dualistic mantra learned by my friend last year. I'm just blanking on people I haven't seen in over a year. Esther. There's nothing you need to do that you're not already doing. That might help you relax. Just hum. love you, Lala. I love you, I love you, I love you. My sweet me. My messy me. My courageous me, my scared me. My anxious me, my joyful me. I love me, I love you. I love you.